Learn how to draw realistic clouds step by step by mastering light and shadow. Greetings, I'm Melissa, and I'm going to show you how to draw realistic clouds in a landscape drawing. For this tutorial, you will need a 2B pencil, 3B pencil, tissue, tortillons or blending stumps, clickable eraser, and a kneaded eraser. This drawing is part of a tutorial in my online course, Drawing Realistic Subjects in Pencil. You can download the outline in the link provided in the description below. Let's begin. Before shading, take a kneaded eraser and lighten up the pencil outlines. I usually tap, roll, or swipe on the drawn lines to help lighten them up. You want to be able to see the lines still, so don't entirely erase them. Now to begin shading using a 2B pencil. Get comfortable and begin shading on the top left corner. Stay consistent with your shading and close in any gaps. It's okay to poke into the clouds with the shading, but be more careful when shading around the barn. You'll see how I'm shading horizontally and going around the shapes of the clouds and the barn. I of course sped this up to show you the shading process. Notice how I'm not shading in long strokes but relatively shorter ones. This helps to prevent inconsistent shading and dark lines from appearing. As I shade towards the land, I will slightly decrease my shading. The sky always appears lighter closest to the horizon. The sky may appear much lighter on the right side here, but it's because I have a light closer to my drawing on that side. I am still staying consistent as I was on the opposite side. You may need to go back and shade over previously shaded areas to help build it up more or fill in any gaps. Using a 3B pencil, we want to shade the top half of the sky a little darker. We don't want it black, so there's no need to press down too hard. You'll see how I'm holding my pencil in the middle, which will help me not to clutch it too hard. I don't have to be as consistent, but I am adding a layer of a darker value. So shade about halfway down the top of the sky, leaving the rest of the lower area lighter. Now we blend the sky with tissue over our first finger. I love creating clouds, so this step is very fun. With added pressure, press down, blend the sky we just shaded. I use a circular motion as I work my way across the sky. Blend right into them so the edges are fuzzy and blurred. You want to blur the lines as much as possible, as we don't want to see them later. This will also help when you use the kneaded eraser. Do you see how the edges of the clouds appear blurred now? As we blend up to the barn, we want the edges to appear sharp. But if you do blend into it, a clickable eraser is great for making them clean again. A clickable eraser is great for cleaning up the edges around the barn drawing. You can give it a sharp edge by clipping off the end of it. You may need to use it in other areas than where I am erasing. This is where your dirty tortillons will come in handy. You can also use blending stumps too, but make sure they have been used because they're great for producing nice tonal grays. Just make sure they aren't too black, or they may transfer much darker than intended. I use a dirty tortillon on the clouds to add smooth gray tones. If you study clouds, you'll see that their fluffiness is gray with highlights of white. Press down to get a deeper and darker tone. That is, if the tortillon has enough graphite on it. I am also using the tortillon to blur the edges of the cloud even more. Notice how I blend in a small circular pattern to help create that fluffy, textured look. As I mentioned previously, I enjoy drawing clouds, and wait until you get to the kneaded eraser. That's fun too. You'll notice the bottoms of the clouds have darker tonal shades of gray. Stormy dark clouds have darker gray values, but this will be a nice sunny day for these clouds. Clouds are made up of varying shades of white and gray, which can be used to add depth and dimension to your drawing. Experiment with different shades of white and gray to create a realistic looking three-dimensional cloud. As for dirty tortillons and stumps, I have a bag full of them, so be sure to keep them. Now, this is where the magic begins. Take part of a kneaded eraser and flatten down a side with your first finger and thumb like this. I will press down at the top of the flattened area with my first finger. I'll extend it and add fluffy clouds to the newly shaped background as shown. I press down the kneaded eraser, swiping and pulling it off each time. I'll extend it and add fluffy clouds to the newly shaded background as shown. You can see my progress here. I have extended the fluffiness around the main large cloud and added new ones. You may need to change the position of the kneaded eraser if it gets too dirty. Notice how I have brightened up the center of the main cloud. And don't think for one instance that you need to follow the exact locations where I'm placing the wispy clouds. You can add your own where you want them to be. This kind of texture can only be created using a soft kneaded eraser. If the eraser is too dried out and hard, it'll be more difficult to create those soft, fluffy clouds. I mainly use Staedtler and Faber-Castell kneaded erasers. Do not use a hard white eraser or a clickable. They won't do the trick like a kneaded eraser would. Erasers are valuable and inexpensive tools. I use mine in every drawing I create. Kneaded erasers are pliable and can be formed into just about any shape. Do you see how our sky is coming along now? You may need to alternate using the tortillon and kneaded eraser until you're happy with your clouds. I don't know about you, but I really have a lot of fun creating clouds. The best thing is that you can experiment with all the different shapes of clouds too. If you find a tortillon or blending stump with too much dark graphite, gently swipe or roll it on a kneaded eraser to remove some of the excess. As you can see, I'm jumping around the sky, adding more small clouds to brighten up the existing ones. As you get closer to the horizon, clouds will appear smaller because they're more in the distance. So I have completed the clouds. I've had a lot of fun with this one. There are lots of fluffy clouds going on here. This drawing is part of my online course, Drawing Realistic Subjects in Pencil. If you'd like to complete the rest of this drawing, be sure to register for my course on my website, realisticpencildrawing.com. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you and subscribe for more step-by-step drawing tutorials.